Hello, my loves. I saw Mariah Carey this week, so I figured, you know what, let's do a ranking for her. And I've been wanting to do Music Box for a long time. I don't know why specifically Music Box, but I just really love this album. This album to me is like so the quintessential like early Mariah album, and I just love it so much. This is such an amazing record. It's not her best in my opinion, but it is one that is like comforting to me. I don't know, this album is like a comfort place album for me. So I'm gonna be ranking all the songs from my least personal favorites to my personal favorites. So let's just get right into it. Number 14 is My Prayer. This was just released as part of the 30th anniversary of Music Box, I think in September. And the song is gorgeous. The song is so pretty. I love how it actually feels like a prayer. Like, she really took us to church with this one. This one really just sounds very like gospel tinged and very like church inspired, I guess. It's very pretty. The only reason that I have it last is because it's new and I feel like newer songs need to like grow on me. I feel like if you ask me in a year, would this move up? Probably not. Like, now that I'm actually thinking about it, I don't really like revisit the song a lot. I mean, granted, it's only been out since September, so I guess that's why. But I don't really listen to it a lot. I think that it's gorgeous for what it is, but it's just like a simple, like a nice ballad, and it's not that there's anything wrong with it. I just feel like Mariah just has better songs. Like, if I'm listening to any Mariah Carey song, it's probably not My Prayer. But again, it's gorgeous. There's nothing wrong with it at all. And her vocals are obviously amazing, as they always are. So, yeah, that one, if you haven't heard it, definitely check it out. It's definitely a really good one. Number 13 is Hero. I feel bad putting Hero so low, but I feel like among Mariah Carey fans, like, the Lambs don't necessarily stan Hero in the same way, like, other people do. Like, I feel like general audiences, like, more casual fans of Mariah, they, like, love Hero. Like, Hero always gets the biggest response out of, like, a giant audience, and obviously that's why she does it on, like, every tour. But, I just feel like among Mariah stans, like, we understand, like, this one is not her best. Like, this is just not her best song, and it's not that it's bad, like, even in the slightest, but it definitely is one of her blander hits. I mean, she wrote the song for Gloria Estefan because it was supposed to be on the soundtrack for a movie that she was in, I believe, and you could tell because I just don't think that this is the most well-written Mariah song. And the thing is, I think that it works as like a good ballad because it is a little bit more generically written. Like, these lyrics can apply to literally anyone, but when you have Mariah Carey, who is like literally one of the greatest songwriters of all time, it's like she could do better than this. And the thing is, it's like she didn't even think that she would be singing this, which is kind of funny that she just, you know, cranks out a song and it ends up being her signature song. But yeah, like, I have nothing against Hero. I think hearing it live definitely, like, changes things, because, she did this at the, show that I saw her at, and obviously it was, like, one of the last songs, and, you know, it always gets, like, the response. Like, it's always the one that everybody is singing along to. Like, your drunk aunt is probably singing along to it. Like, your friends are singing along to it. Everyone knows this song. My dad loves this song. This is his favorite Mariah Carey song. Every single time, like, I say every single time, we've seen her twice, but whenever we go to see her, he's always just like, she better do Hero, and I'm just like, yeah, of course she's gonna do Hero. Like, how could she not do Hero? But yeah, like, everyone knows the song, and I do think that's, like, there's power in that. Like, there really is power in a song that could unite people like Hero does, and it definitely is a great thing. It's a very touching thing, but at the end of the day, is the song itself among her best? I just don't think so. I think she just has way better written songs. I think that this is kind of a bland adult contemporary ballad. Like, I'm sorry I said it. Like, I just don't think that this is Mariah at her peak creativity. This is not Mariah at her peak power. And it's not that it's a bad thing. It's not that it's a bad song. I just think that she has way better. That is all. Number 12 is Just to Hold You Once Again. I feel a little bit similarly to this song. I don't think it's necessarily one of Mariah's best ballads, but it is a really great one. I love how sad it is. Like, I just love a good sad song. I think that it's pretty well written. I love, even though you're not my lover, even though you're not my friend, I would give my all to have you here, just to hold you once again. Like, that is a nice, simple written song, and it gets the point across, you know? Like, I don't think that there's necessarily that much special about this song, but it does its job. Like, this is a good I'm missing my man song. Oh, and also the bridge is really good. I love how well written it is. You were the only one that I allowed inside my heart. Now I'm just holding on to something so far gone. Where did I go wrong? Like, oh, it's so good. Like, that is like actually such a good part. Yeah, I think that that's definitely like my favorite line in the song. But yeah, overall, like, this has always been kind of like one of the more unremarkable cuts. I don't think that it's necessarily bad or great. I just think that, you know, it's there, it's good, it does its job, and that's all that it needs to do. Number 11 is Do You Think of Me? This one is like such a cool, like haunting, chilling kind of track. I love how there's not like that much going on music-wise in the song, but it really just emphasizes like Mariah's performance and just like her kind of like more breathy, airy delivery. This song is just so, like I said, haunting. And I think that's also due to the imagery that she uses in the song. Like in the first verse where she's saying like, I wonder if you think of me somewhere in the shadows of your mind. Like, I love that, somewhere in the shadows of your mind. That's just like such a like cool phrase. And then obviously in the chorus where it's just like, when the nights are dark and cold and you're lying all alone, like, do you think of me? It's just so good. Like, I just love a good longing over a man song. Like, sometimes I do just love a song that's basically kind of like daydreaming, no pun intended, but like daydreaming about if someone else is thinking about you. I don't know, there's something so simple but relatable about that, and that's what the song basically is. It's definitely an underrated song. It was a B-side to Dreamlover, so for a long time, I feel like really only Mariah fans knew about it. Well, still, like, pretty much only Mariah fans know about it, but she included it on the rarities, so, you know, hopefully more people got, like, more exposure to it, because it definitely deserves it. Like, this is really one of her more underrated songs, and one that could use more love. Number 10 is Workin' Hard. This was another one that was on the recent reissue of the album. This one I like a lot better than My Prayer. My Prayer is good. Like, I don't mean to, like, crap on that song, but Workin' Hard, like, this is a bop. Like, this is just such a fun song. It is, like, so throwback 90s in the best way. It's so upbeat. It's so danceable. Like, it's just a bop. Like, you have to bop along when you're listening to it. I love the flute. Is it a flute that they're using in this? There's like some sort of whistly instrument that they use in this that I just think sounds like so good. Like, it's so charming. It just gives the song like such a charm. And of course, Mariah is just giving you everything that you need in it. Like, she is just giving such a great vocal performance in this. And I'm just like, why was this not released? Like, why was this not a part of the original music box? Even as like a B-side, I feel this is just a really, really like strong track. And it's definitely one of the more like up-tempo moments too. Like, this one definitely sticks out a little bit on Music Box, because when I think of this album, I think of like, yeah, some of the slower ballads, even though there's more like upbeat moments. It's not really, that's not what I go with this album for, but that's what this song is, and it stands out in a good way. Like, I like how it's kind of a little bit dancier, a little bit boppier, and it definitely is an outlier. And I guess now that I'm saying it like that, yeah, I guess it makes sense that it wasn't on the album then. But it's still like really fun. I mean, now that I know it's on this album, and that's a pretty dancey song, so they could have made room for this. I mean, this could have been on there. But yeah, if you haven't heard this one, definitely check it out. It's on the 30th anniversary reissue of Music Box. Definitely a great one. If you haven't heard it, get into it. Number 9 is All I've Ever Wanted. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I cannot see that title without singing it. This song is just so gorgeous. This song is beautiful. It is so angelic. Like, this is like heavenly Mariah, like at her best. I just think that it is so immaculate sounding, and it works as just like a simple love ballad. Like, I think that it's well written enough where, yeah, anyone could relate to it, but it still just like sounds gorgeous. Like, it reads like poetry. Like, if you were my own to caress and hold, I would shower you with love and drown within your soul. Like, oh my god, it's just so beautiful. Like, it is just so beautiful. And yeah, it's a little schmaltzy, but I like a little bit schmaltzy. Like, I like my songs to be a little bit cheesy sometimes, and that is kind of why, like, I love Music Box in general. I feel like it is just the right amount of schmaltz. Like, it is just the right amount of cheesiness, but at the same time still just like actually being so gorgeous. And that's what this song is. Like, this song is such a, like, prime example of, like, why Music Box is so good. It's just absolutely beautiful, and Mariah is giving you her best vocals, and it's just like a simple piano ballad, but it works. It gives Mariah's voice plenty of room to breathe, and it just works as a vocal showcase. So yeah, this song, I can't say it enough, is just so, so gorgeous. I absolutely love this song. Number 8 is Never Forget You. This one is tied. This one and All I've Ever Wanted are tied, basically. But Never Forget You, I feel like I've definitely cried to a lot more. Like, this is a really, really good crying song. I never really got if it was supposed to be about the end of a relationship or if it was supposed to allude to maybe someone who passed away. But I feel like it kind of works as both, and that's what makes it just a very relatable song. I love how, like, grand sounding it is. Like, I love how there's the little backing vocals behind her during the chorus, where it's just like the "no, I'll never forget you." Like, it sounds just, like, big. Like, it really does sound like this grand send-off. And then lyrically, I just think that it cuts to the core. Like, my favorite line, I love, "'cause I never said goodbye, it isn't right. I should have said I loved you. Why didn't I just tell you? God knows I need you to know." Oh my God, I'm tearing up. Like, I'm actually, like, tearing up right now. It's so good. Like, it's just so, so sad, and, like, in a good way. Like, I love a good sad song. I love a good crying song, and Never Forget You, like, that's what this is. And also, it just, like, sounds gorgeous. Like, again, I'm sorry, I keep saying gorgeous, but, like, that's the way to describe this album. Like, this song just, like, sounds so beautiful, and it just really sells, like, the message. Like, it drives home the, like, really depressing lyrics, and we all know, like, I love a depressing song, and this one definitely ticks that box. This is on, like, my trilogy of, like, Mariah Carey death ballads. Like, that sounded really bad. No, but, like, her songs about, like, people that have passed away. It's this one, and then Sunflowers for Alfred Roy from Charm Bracelet, which is so gorgeous. That song is so beautiful. And then Bye Bye from E=MC². All songs that I've cried to. I have given Bye Bye some shit in the past. I don't think that it was a great second single for that album, but I definitely do, like, still love that song. It's just I don't think that it should have been the single. I think My Great should have been the single off that album. But anyways, that's a whole nother rant. I have videos about that. But yeah, definitely a good trilogy if you ever are in the mood to cry. Number 7 is Everything Fades Away. The song is, like, so epic. I just feel like there is such a sense of scope to this song. It's nice and long. It's, like, over 5 minutes. And you need to, like, really convince me to like your song if you're gonna be over 5 minutes, because I do not have the attention span. But this one is definitely one of them that gets a pass because it is just so, so immaculate. I love how it just genuinely takes its time and it just builds. And, like, how it starts, it's kind of quiet and you just hear Mariah, like, "Baby, don't tell me you miss me, you love me. Don't whisper gently that you can't forget me." And it's like you could tell that it's building up to something. And then you finally get to the chorus where it's just like this choir in the background, and it just sounds so, like, chilling. Like, it is just so chilling to the bone. I think that this song just sounds so grand, especially if you have earphones in. Oh my God, like, this song with earphones, it is a straight up eargasm. It sounds amazing. Like, this is just a religious experience as a song. It is so good. I'm glad that, like, Mariah loves the song. Like, Mariah has, if there's one thing about Mariah, she has immaculate taste in everything, but, like, especially in her own music, I feel like she knows what her best songs are, including the deep cuts, and, like, she acknowledges that, and I love that. Like, I love when an artist acknowledges, like, the fan favorites and the deep cuts. She did a video of her singing this a few years ago. It was, like, backstage or something. I think she was singing this with JoJo, like the singer JoJo, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but it was just, like, so cool to, like, see such a great song get acknowledgement, and for Mariah to like it, like, that's how you know. If Mariah likes a song, then it's a good song, and if Mariah likes her own song, then yeah, you definitely know that that song is what's up. So Everything Fades Away, this is just an immaculate, immaculate song. I absolutely love it. Number 6 is I've Been Thinking About You. I was gonna switch this with number 5, but they're pretty much tied. This one is essentially tied with number 5, but I've Been Thinking About You. This is one of the more, like, I guess, scandalous tracks on this album, because, I mean, early in Mariah's career, like, she was not allowed to be, like any sort of sexual or like hint at that really. So this song was probably the closest to like scandalous territory that she got. And it's funny because it is still so like tame. Like it is a very tame song about Mariah thinking about this man, in her words, in the most peculiar way, which is like, that is just such a funny like way of phrasing that, like in the most peculiar way. Like that sounds like something someone in like a 1940s film would say. Like that is just like very old-fashioned phrasing. But I do think that the song is just like fun. Like it's very danceable. There's more like synthy-ness going on. It is definitely like a product of its time, but I don't think that that's a bad thing at all. Like if the product of your time is a good product, like why is that a bad thing? I just think that the song has like a great groove to it. It almost like, I feel like I could picture Janet Jackson singing this. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because, yeah, it is from the 90s, and obviously Janet was huge in the 90s too, so I don't know. I feel like I could almost picture her singing this like early on in her career. But yeah, this song is really, really fun. Definitely one of the more dancey, fun, upbeat moments here. And speaking of that, number 5 is Now That I Know. This song is like definitely the most like lit song here. Like this song is a bop. Like I need a club remix of this song so badly because it just really goes off. It is so much fun. I love how massive the chorus is. Like the "Now that I know that you want me for me." It's just like so big, and I just think that Mariah does a great job like gliding through the verses. Like she sounds so effortless, just like casually slaying these vocals and then just delivering on that massive chorus. It's just so much fun. And there's like so much going on in this song. There's so much like instrumentation and it's so lively. Just every single minute is just like packed with like so much happening. And that's why I love it so much. Like this is just really, really a fun one to dance along to. And I love how it starts. I love how it has like that quiet little like piano opening. And you'd think like, okay, it's probably gonna be like a cute little ballad, you know, whatever. And then it just like goes right into like the danciness, and it just works. Like it just works. Now That I Know, this is another one of Mariah's most underrated songs in my opinion. Number 4 is the title track, Music Box. I love this song so much. This is one of my favorite Mariah like title tracks. It is so, like, it sounds like an actual music box. That's what I love about it. Like, it literally sounds like one of those, like, music boxes that you, like, wind up and, like, the little ballet figurine or something comes out of it. Like, that is what it gives me. And, like, do I even need to mention it, but she just sounds so beautiful in it. I love how she's giving, like, this vulnerable, like, airy, breathy vocal performance. She just sounds so, like, in love and, like, love-stricken. And it's just so endearing. Like, this is just a very endearing song. And I just love, like, how pretty the lyrics sound. I think that this is just a very well-written song. I love the chorus when she's saying, "Through it all, when you tell me I'm the only one you need, sweet and tenderly, and your love breaks away the clouds surrounding me. All I have, I want to give to thee." Like, oh my god, like, that is so beautiful. Like, that is just so gorgeous. Like, this is such a good wedding song. This is actually such a good, and now that I'm thinking about it, oh my god, this would make such a good wedding song. Has anyone ever had their wedding to this song? I feel like I want to get married multiple times just to have multiple wedding songs, and I definitely want this one to be one of them. Stick With You by the Pussycat Dolls is going to be my wedding song, but this one I feel like is a good runner-up. I would definitely love to dance to this one. Yeah, Music Box, this song is just absolutely phenomenal. Another one of her most underrated cuts. Number 3 is Anytime You Need a Friend. I need to stop singing, I'm so sorry. Anytime You Need a Friend. This is like one of her best singles, in my opinion anyways. This is a comfort play song. This is a song that I just go back to. This is the guardian angel Mariah Carey song to me. I love how it starts off like simple with just the piano, and she's like, if you're lonely and need a friend and troubles seem like they never end, just remember to keep the faith and love will be there to light the way. Like, I love that. That, again, it's just simple songwriting, but it works. And then you get that huge chorus with, like, the gospel choir in the background. Oh, it gives me chills. Every time I listen to the song, I get chills. That is how good it is. And also, I just think that there is something comforting about, like, hearing a song like this where she's literally just saying, like, anytime you need a friend, I will be here. And you could relate that to people in your life, or you could relate that to yourself. And Like, I know for me, like, I'm very dramatic, and whenever, like, my friends are going through it, like, in my head, I'm going, anytime you need a friend, like, it's just, like, so dramatic. Like, I love the drama of it, and it's just a good sentiment, you know? Like, I feel like friendship songs are kind of underrated in music. Like, love songs are a dime a dozen, but a song about having, like, a good friend and, like, being there for someone is something I feel like is a little more unexplored. Not like totally unexplored, but you know what I mean. Like, it's like we get so many love songs. Like, why aren't there just like simple friendship songs? And Anytime You Need a Friend is definitely probably my favorite like friendship song. It is just so immaculate, so gorgeous. She took us to heaven with this one, definitely. Number 2 is Without You. This is like the quintessential Mariah Carey song. I feel like when you think early Mariah, it's like songs like this. Like, this is so representative of what her first 3 albums specifically were all about. It's that 90s, like, adult contemporary R&B balladry with just the most skyscraper vocals. And, like, it's just so classic. The song is just classic. Like, it's so timeless. And also, she just gives such a great, like, devastatingly broken performance in this. Like, you really hear the heartbreak in her voice. And that's what I think makes the song so powerful. Like, this is just a very powerful song, especially in like the lyrics where she's like, you always smile, but in your eyes, your sorrow shows. And then the little, yes, it shows, like after that. It's just so sad and I love it. Like, this is another crying song for me. I feel like I haven't like totally cried to this song like a lot. This is more one of those songs that I put on and I just like belt out along with it as long as no one else is around, because no one needs to be hearing that. But yeah, this is definitely a great like car song to just like scream along with, which I have done many times. Without You is just such a satisfying song to listen to. It is a perfect ballad. Like, it really is like just the example of how to do a ballad right. And obviously it comes from the queen of ballads, so no surprise there. Number 1 is Dreamlover, Come Rescue Me. I love this song so much. This song is so happy. Like, this is the serotonin booster of Music Box, and this is one of my all-time favorite Mariah songs. This is like the easiest pick-me-up song. This song I just put on and I'm just instantly in a better mood because it's so bright, it's so chipper, it's so cheery, and there's just nothing to dislike about it. Like, it starts and you have the little do 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 do's, like, it's just so infectious, and like you can hear the smile on Mariah's face as she's singing it. That's what I think makes the song so endearing, because you really just hear like this liveliness come through in her vocals. And like I was saying earlier, I just think that this is the right amount of like syrupy, sweet saccharin that I love in pop music. Like, it is extremely like corny, but not to a level that it's like cringy. It's the perfect amount of cheesiness, and that's why I just think that the song works so well. And it's such an endearing hit. Like, she still sings this one, you know? Like, this is still one of those like classic Mariah staples, and for good reason. It's just such a like a unifying song. I just feel like this is one of those songs that everyone has to love. Like, if somebody doesn't like Dreamlover, like, I'm sorry, they're miserable in their own lives. Like, I just truly don't believe like you can be happy and you don't like Dreamlover. Like, those two things are like not mutually exclusive. Like, you need to love Dreamlover to be a happy person. I'm sorry, like, that's the way that it is. Like, if you could listen to the song and not just like dance along to it and have a smile on your face, you're wrong. Like, you need therapy. I'm sorry. Like, that is just so wrong. This song is just crack. Like, it is just so euphoric. It's so happy. It's so blissful. And that is why I love it so much. Like, y'all know, I love songs that just like put you in a better mood. And that's what Dreamlover is. It's just like a simple pick-me-up song. And that's why I think it works so much. It's one of my most listened to Mariah songs, and definitely one of my favorites. Absolutely, totally one of my favorite singles by Mariah. I don't know where I would rank it among like my all-time favorite Mariah songs, but I don't know, it's a comfortable top 50 at least. But yeah, like I would have to do a lot of thinking for that one. But that is my ranking of Music Box. I love this album, if y'all couldn't tell. I feel like this probably is my favorite of her first 3. I think it's tied. I think that it is a tie between this one and her debut, because I love her debut a lot too. And Emotions I also love, don't get me wrong, I don't like it quite as much as the other two. But Music Box, it's very indicative of her early career. Like, if you really just want to get a feel for what her early music was like, definitely this is probably the album to go to, really. I always say, like, for people that are trying to get into Mariah and want to like listen to an album first, like I would say start with Daydream because I feel like a lot of her big hits are on there, and that's where she really started to like incorporate more R&B into her music and start to sort of like modernize her sound. And then I would also say like listen to The Emancipation of Mimi because that's like obviously one of her biggest ones and so many hits came from that one, and it kind of represents like her later career. But then I would say listen to Music Box because honestly like it just gives you the early Mariah vibes. Like if you want to know like why she became so big and why so many people loved her when she first debuted, this is it. Like this is why people loved her so much. Like again, just the towering vocals, the amazing like immaculate balladry. It's just so good. Like this is just such a tight album, and it's very short too. Like it's actually kind of a shorter album. The standard edition is only 11 songs, and I just included like the B-sides and the reissued songs because yeah, I'm a completionist. I need to have everything. But yeah, like this is definitely like a tight, concise album. And it's still one that, yeah, even though it's definitely dated and definitely a little bit on the cheesier side, I still think that it holds up. I just think that you could listen to this nowadays and still appreciate it. And it's definitely one that I spin a lot. Like, this is one that if I'm in my feelings a little bit, I will definitely throw on. So that is my ranking. Thank you guys so much for listening. Let me know what your guys' favorites from this album are, and I will see you next time.